Hello, everybody, and welcome to PRA Network 2. I am your host, Phoenix, and we welcome you to week 2 of the PRA Short Track League. Tonight, we got the street stocks and the late model stocks at Langley Speedway, Larry King Law's Langley Speedway. Our first race will be in roughly 5 minutes. Practice will begin. It will be the Asphalt Assault Street Stock Series. In the street stocks, and we're going to go 15 laps. Sorry, 40 laps. My goodness, I'm sorry about that. We're going to go 40 laps for our street stock race, and then at 10 p.m. Eastern, we'll do 50 laps for our late model stocks. Sprint races, very short races. Last week we saw really clean racing, and I was very impressed. Very happy with our racers that they kept it clean for the most part. There was some exciting things that happened near the end of the race. Uh, no penalties were given. That's the first in our short track series. So that's awesome. I'm so glad to finally have a clean week. No drama to deal with after the race. And so let's without further ado, I'm going to get my browser sorted. Just a moment. Of course, when you go live on some, seems like never fails that something breaks. So let's see here. I got our Discord. Oh, we're gonna go recap real quick. Last week's Asphalt Assault series in race 1 saw Jacob Schneider winning from the pole, leading every lap and winning by almost a second over Riley Frost. It was exciting to watch the top two guys go at it, but Jacob Snyder really stunk up the field. Still fun to watch though. We had an awesome battle from third on back, but the real battle for the championship will be the top two this time. Roger Saucier is putting in an LPP for tonight. That's a last place point. No, that means he's not going to be making the race, and he will receive last place. We had heat races, and that would be get the last place in the race points. Anyway, we don't have any of that in this race, so that was the final official standings for last race. Now let's look at the current standings. I keep things that are broken. Second. Hi, Ryan Birdman in the chat. I don't know what's up with stuff here. As soon as there we go. Now we got the point standings for the Asphalt Assault Series. Jacob Snyder is the leader, led the most laps, got the pole, and led a lap. So there are 3 bonus points they can get in each race: one for the pole, one for leading a lap, and one for most laps. And he got all 3 bonus points. And so that's pretty awesome. He's got a head start, 4 points over Riley Frost. Down to Roger Saucier, who's not making it tonight. Cody Johnson, Austin LeBlanc, Joel Crozier, David Phillips, Chucky Walden, Max Cost, Brandon Farley, Trenton Bestgrove, and Brandon Torres. Round out our 12 positions in the street stocks. Back. And I just got informed that I didn't LPP last week, so I will get that too. Neither were posted in the LPP channel, so I missed. Actually, they were. They weren't. They were not. I think. Sorry, just a moment. Okay, sorry for the delay there. I had to add in some LPPs from last week and last minute things. I have had a very busy week, so I haven't had a chance to get things added that I normally do. I apologize about that. So Dylan Davis put in an LPP for last week, so he would be 13th on the point standings. 1 point back. That'll be added after the races tonight. If you're in our Discord, you'll see the update later tonight. And Roger Saucier so far is the only one that's posted an LPP for tonight. So we will hope that we have a full grid. So we are at Langley Speedway. Langley Speedway is among the most historic and busiest racetracks in America. Immediately adjacent to NASA's Langley Research Center in Hampton, Virginia, the relatively flat 0.395-mile asphalt oval has been the launching pad for many NASCAR careers, including those of Denny Hamlin and Elliott Sadler, and was the site of 9 NASCAR Grand National races won by the likes of Ned Jarrett, Bobby Isaac, Bobby Allison, David Pearson, and of course Richard Petty. Langley's heritage dates to the 1940s when the property was the site of an 8th mile dirt horse racetrack known as the Dude Ranch. The track owners occasionally promoted auto races at the track, and by the 1950s realized the auto races attracted bigger crowds than the horse races. They shortened the track to its current length and eventually sold the facility to Harry Clinch in 1963. Kilch immediately set about making improvements to the rough and tumble track and hosted NASCAR events between 1964 and 1970. Langley was paved in 1968 and 2 years later hosted the final Grand National race before the series was renamed to the Winston Cup. Today, under the ownership of the former race area businessman Bill Mullis, Langley Speedway hosts a variety of NASCAR sanctioned tracks and series. The track currently hosts 11 divisions, which alternate running during their Saturday night program: late models, Grand Stock, Modifieds, Legend Cars, Super Street, U-Car, Pro 6, Super Trucks, Pro Wing Champ Karts, and Enduros. So there's a lot. There's a lot that's going on at Langley Speedway. And this is the first time I've seen the new iRacing UI since the update. And this is the first time I've seen the new iRacing UI since the update. This is awesome to see. It's not as annoying to look at, honestly. I like it. Let's get our overlays up. All right, now we can go check out the race. They are under practice right now with Riley Frost on top. So, as you can see, it is the new iRacing UI, which is not overbearing to the eyes. It's actually pretty nice to see, even on a broadcast. So, unfortunately, I don't know if I can move it, but I can be lower than my overlays, but it is what it is. Right now, it looks like Rodney Roberts is in here. Look at that. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at all the different things I can do right from the UI, which is amazing. I like that. I like being able to click stuff rather than having to type it out. That's great. But, you know, I have other programs to do that for me, and I don't have to. But that's really nice. I like that. I like interface. This is great. Right now, we're just watching them go make some laps. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. That's cool. I like that. Mic check. Can everybody hear me?
I got you.
Thank you, Dylan.
There.
Thank you, Damon.
No problem.
Alright, as I posted in the Discord earlier, Shannon Milliken will not be here tonight, as far as I know. So, you got me. I'm going to be doing the broadcast and officiating at the same time. Let's keep it clean. As Shannon usually says, don't make me do my job. It'd be great. You guys know the rules at this point. Last week was amazing with no penalties whatsoever in both races, so I'm proud of you guys. Let's keep that up this week. All right. Got one spinning. Does not look like Jacob Schneider is here. I don't know if he's going to be showing up late or what's going on there.
Mic check, mic check.
I hear you loud and clear, Austin.
Thanks, man.
No problem. I usually keep you guys muted for the broadcast, but since I'm officiating tonight, I'm going to keep you unmuted from my end. Let's keep it clean. Let's also not argue with me. If I say you're at fault, just accept it. You know I don't play favorites, so I will officiate fairly. Oh, and there goes Dylan Davis, spinning it out. Like it's a little bit loose out there. I've seen a few spinning it. Rodney is sideways. clipping the grass a little bit. Got Joel Crozier in the 13. Making his way out on the track. Oh, Brandon Farley crashes right in front of Austin LeBlanc. Got a little bit more than 5 minutes remaining of practice. This is one of my favorite short tracks in iRacing. This UI is so good that I didn't even realize it was still popped up. The old UI was so unbearable. Just looked terrible on the broadcast. Now the new one, it's like, I just kind of want to have that up there. But, yeah. Shouldn't. Oh, Rodney's going to spin it on the straight. Looks like there's a lot of wheel spin coming out of turn 4 there. So right now we have 10 cars. I apologize for having to clear. Like every time, my voice is perfectly fine, and every time we go live, it's like a frog jumps in my throat. Alright, a little bit more than 3 minutes remaining of practice, and Austin LeBlanc is on the top of the practice leaderboard. He is the reigning champion of the Street Stock Series. These guys are racing for $50 for the championship winner. So just a little bit of a update on Jacob Schneider. He says he's trying to do the iRacing update, and it keeps on him that it's error. So that is why he is not here yet. It has been one crazy busy week last week. I have missed out on advertising. I've missed out on posting anything on social media, and I apologize to anybody watching. I have not had time to do anything regarding the series this week. Seems like that's the case with a lot of people right now. Being very busy outside of this. We all have real lives. We all have jobs and families to feed, so it makes sense. Here at PRA, we value family first. You know, you got to miss a race, you got to miss a whole series, whole season. It is what it is. We're not gonna kick you out or anything like that for missing. Not something. Is around Trenton Best Grove. All right, it looks like Jacob Snyder is in. We got Anthony Graham joining us. We got 12 cars in the field. A pretty decent field for the Asphalt Assault Series. I think we had about the same amount last week, and we gained a couple that weren't here last week, and then we lost a couple that were here last week. So it's evened itself out, it seems. Practice is almost over. And one last time, just so everybody knows, I am the official tonight. I am also broadcasting live on YouTube and on Twitch. Please keep any type of foul language off the stream, as well as don't be arguing with me when I make a ruling. You guys know me by now. I try to officiate as fair as possible. So if I find you at fault at something, you can talk to me about it after the race off the stream. I appreciate it. Y'all keep it clean like last week, and we'll have a good race. All right, looks like we're getting ready for qualifying. We have Landon Lacey joining right at the last minute. No practice. So I have 13 in the good number of cars in the field for tonight's. Like it. And we are going to somebody blows an engine in there on the pit, that thing stays there the entire time. All right. Watch some qualifying laps here. I think the favorite for the night would probably be Jacob Schneider after last week's performance. Get a look at everybody's iRatings. Schneider is on top right now. Riley Frost just got the fastest lap on lap. Get an idea of everybody's iRatings. We got all across the board, really. We allow anybody of any skill range here. Okay. We had a pro series, but did not catch wind, get off the ground. So our pro series was meant for higher skill racers, but right now that's shelved. So every series we have right now not require any type of iRating, does not require any type of safety rating. We welcome everybody. However, there is an expectancy to keep your car clean, keep control of your car. If you're wrecking every other lap, you will get kicked, because we don't want to, not being mean towards anybody, we just don't want to stink up the race. Have multiple cautions constantly because someone can't control it. Practice it. Come back next week. Show that you can make the race, and we're good. For those that are watching, I will talk a little about our rulings. We have a at-fault ruling system for our cautions. If a caution is thrown, whoever is at fault that causes the caution will get EOL penalty first time. The official of the race, which tonight is me, will determine who is at fault through multiple camera angles as possible. And once it is determined who is at fault to cause the caution, then get an EOL fault. The second fault you get an EOL and a 10-point penalty. If you get a third EOL, third fault, you are disqualified from the race and you get 0 points. So, let me explain that a little bit. We've had trouble in the past, people not being able to keep it clean. And so in order to get it cleaned and force people to keep clean, we have made the rules very strict. The officials of PRA have discussed that if people can prove they don't want to wreck each other every lap, we can relax the rules a little bit next year, 2020. But if we want to go through a full season here and a full season in the super late models again, we determined that case. And it looks like Riley Frost will be your pole sitter for tonight's race at Langley Speedway in the street stocks. Congratulations to Riley Frost on a pole position. That's 1 bonus point. That is actually, I did not expect Jacob Schneider to get beat. Good job, Riley. So we got some guys out there just running some more laps before the qualifying session ends. Congratulations to Riley Frost on the pole position. You guys know the rules. Keep it clean. Let's have a good race. Right here, we're going to start the grid. Riley Frost is the pole sitter. Jacob Schneider second. Austin LeBlanc third. Dylan Davis fourth. David Phillips fifth. Joel Crozier sixth. Brendan Torres seventh. Landon Lacey eighth. Trenton Busgrove ninth. And the graphics kind of got in the way there. Rodney Robertson 10th. Brandon Farley 11th. Anthony Graham in 12th. Chucky Walden in 13th. And Damon Henry in, I think. In the starting lineup, I got a little ahead of my graphics. I did. I think Rodney's the only one driving a. No, it's not called the pool. Eagle. All right. We are getting ready to go green flag racing here very soon. Everybody's getting warmed up. Are we going to see any craziness on this first lap? In seconds before they start them up. Riley Frost in the 10. Jacob Schneider in the 81 will be our front row drivers for tonight's start. 14 cars in the field. We have a couple missing, so we could have had 15 to 17 cars here tonight. I'm impressed. You guys know each other pretty well, other than the few new ones that joined last week. Starting to get to understand each other's driving styles. We're currently in the works of making this short track league an introduction league into NASCAR for PRA. Look for that in 2026. Going to be feeder series. Those that want to race in our top series will have to run through the ranks. We first started the iRacing League here in PRA. We tried to jump ahead quick, and we made way too many series, too fast. So it burned everybody out. So what we're trying to do now is just calm it down a little bit, have a month break between race. Here we go, green flag racing. Riley Frost leads them to the green flag. And we're gonna crank it up here. Jacob Schneider gets a little loose coming out of turn number 4. Allows Riley Frost to take the lead and pull away a little bit. There is an incident. Let's go see what happened. Let's see what happened here. Dylan Davis is spinning sideways. Oh, unfortunately, he lost control of that car.
I'm going to give you a heads up, man. You disappeared for like a good couple of seconds. So
let's watch this in slow motion. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to give my buddy Dylan Davis a penalty on that. He already is going to be starting in the back, so I don't need to give him any. Oh, yeah, that 13. I think he got caught up in something that wasn't his fault last week. Let's do it one more time. You guys know that. My bad. You guys know that self spins do count. Dylan Davis.
Tim, I didn't realize when you're lucky dog get put, you had to actually lap everybody.
All right, let's. And just so everybody knows, the number 44 is at a fault on that incident. He gets an EOL. That's his first for the night. No point penalties for that one.
single file restart, y'all.
One lap to green, single file restart. Let's get her back going here. Green flag. Here they come down to turn number 2. Watching Landon Lacey on the inside of Brandon Torres. Someone's in the wall. I heard the bump. Oh, the 88 got loose. Saved it. Watch the leaders here for a moment because Jacob Schneider is getting close. Riley Frost right on his bumper. Like Anthony Graham, it's a 2X. He's off the track. There's one slow on the inside, leaders. There's one slow on the inside. Becky Walden and Brandon Farley, they just had a 4X. And Brandon Torres is now around. All right. We've already had 2 cautions. Let's check out what happened to Brandon Torres. Self-spin by himself. Didn't collect anybody else. That incident did not collect anybody else, so good.
Sorry, I'm just dumb.
let's see what happened to Anthony Graham. Oh, he really smacked it. Here's the first incident. Oh, into the outside wall in turn 2. He's having a hard time with that car. And let's see. Number 2, he's trying to go wide to let the leaders by. Smacks that wall. Gets a meatball flag for it. But it was a caution right at the same time. Oh, we are 14 laps into this race and already had 2 cautions. Last week we had 1 caution all night long. So we're already 200% ahead of where we were last
9
week.
a.m. Sorry for brake checking you a little bit. It told me to stay behind the 15 when he gets stopped randomly in turn 4. I had to slow down a lot till it told me to go to the 81.
That's fine. He was just trying to pit.
Yeah, I was also scared he was just going to try and whip it down right in front of me and just no care in the world.
1 lap to green. We go. Getting ready to go green flag racing again. This is restart number 2 after 2 cautions. Here we go. Riley Frost's going to lead him to the green once again. Coming out of turn number 2, Riley Frost, Jacob Schneider. Nose to tail. We have a battle here heating up for 3rd place between Austin LeBlanc, Landon Lacey, and David Phillips. Like, LeBlanc and Lacey are pulling away a little bit. You see the leaders coming out of turn number 4. You do hear some people bumping the wall, but there's no incident points being added for it. And there's a pass happening for 3rd place. Never mind, there's a caution. Let's go check it out.
I'm gonna need a pit and change my pants there. That was scary.
Oh!
9, that caution saved me. You were going to die me if that didn't come out.
Yeah, from another perspective. We're going to have to look at that from a far chase perspective.
Looking to pretty loose there on that last turn.
14's on the inside of the 327. Comes up into the 327. And he clears himself. Oh, yeah. Trenton Bestgrove.
Is there lucky dogs? I forgot.
Yes, and waiver rounds. It automatically does them. So the 14 got up into the 327 at fault, so that's his first OL. No point penalty. All right. Should be 1 to go this time by. That is the 3rd caution of the night. Much more incidents this time than last week already. Okay. I hate that view. Why does it do that? Alright, so we're going to go and look at Riley Frost and Jacob Schneider. Riley's had to do perfect restarts all night so far. Does he have what it takes to go 18 more laps? Green flag. Going down into turn number 1. Riley Frost has the lead. Jacob Schneider is going to try to look to the inside on the backstretch. He's going to have the position. He's going to take it on the inside. He's taking the lead coming out of turn number 4 with 15 laps to go this time. Riley Frost is not giving up. He's still on the outside. Now Austin LeBlanc's going to be on the inside of Riley to try to take second. He's going to get up into him a little bit. He's going to get up into him again. That was very close, very dangerous. We're going to keep our eyes glued to this top 4 battle right here. Landon Lacey's now making the 3rd place fast on Riley Frost. Riley's getting freight trained. And now Austin LeBlanc's got a bumper on the inside of Jacob Schneider. He's going to have the position going into the turn number 3. He's going to be in the lead coming out of turn number 4. Jacob Schneider's going to go to the inside. Austin LeBlanc leads that lap, gets a bonus point for it. Our current championship, oh gosh, he just lost it. And there's a caution. It's not them. Who is it? Let's go and see. 327 spins.
Well, you're just getting saved all over the place, huh?
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the 327 just loses it. No one else is involved. Yeah.
Not really a save though, 'cause I'm on the outside for this restart.
Self-spin by the 327, but no one else was involved. No incident points for anybody else. So there will not be an EOL. So that is caution number 3, I think.
Alright, I wish iRacing would make up its mind and tell me to pass 14 and tell them 14 to pass me.
Yeah, I don't think it's giving lucky dogs out either. I should be getting one, I thought.
I gave you waiver rounds.
Thank you.
All right. Go watch our leaders. Green flag. Jacob Schneider now leads them to the checkered. There's a big group of cars here for second place. Landon Lacey takes second place. Riley Frost is losing a lot of positions. He's stuck on the outside. Look at Chucky Walden up in the 3rd place. That's a good run from him. Right now, it's Jacob Schneider on point. He won last week's race. Landon Lacey is trying to run him down. 3rd place right now, Chucky Walden and Austin LeBlanc. There's a little contact between the 95 and the 10. Chucky Walden is holding that position for third place. 4 laps to go. Landon Lacey's trying to catch.
Is that really necessary? Come on.
Oh no. Let's see what happened. Oh yeah, the 95 just got into the 29 there. Let's watch that one more time. From cockpit. 29's holding his line. He's up above the line. Yeah, that's 95. Davis. Okay. So, like I said before the broadcast started, I am officiating, so I gotta pay attention to what's going on. So I'm typing out the faults and stuff. So I'm sorry for the blank air for when I'm typing. I apologize. Well, that was heating up to be a really good finish, but yeah, the 95 took out the 29. It's unnecessary. Went all the way to the apron and got up into him. 29 was holding his line, so that was an obvious error by the 95. No big deal. First fault, no point penalty. So that was an EOL for the 95. First fault, no penalty, no point penalty. This is going to be a green-white checker finish. Looks like we got a green-white checker finish. Please keep it clean. Let's respect the other drivers on the track, guys. And Jacob Schneider is going to lead them to the green-white checker. Green flag, here we go. Final time. I think there might be one more chance that it can be a green-white checker again. Chucky Walden is on the inside for second place over Landon Lacey. Here we go to the white flag. 1 lap to go. This is it. This is all she wrote. And the 11's around. Oh, and he gets into Rodney. Oh, and the 9's going to be around. And Chucky Walden gets second. Jacob Schneider is the winner of this race. There is a lot of crashing going on across the line. So we will be watching some of that back. All right, top 3, Jacob Schneider, Chucky Walden, Landon Lacey, be ready in the Discord. I'm going to take a few minutes to watch the last lap because there was a lot of calamity there. So just give me a moment. All right. Unofficial results: Jacob Schneider, Chucky Walden, Landon Lacey, Joel Crozier, Riley Frost, Damon Henry, Dylan Davis, Trenton Bestgrove, David Phillips, Brandon Farley, Austin LeBlanc, Rodney Roberts, Brandon Torres, Anthony Graham. Rounds out your finishing order for tonight's street stock race. Let's go back. We're going to watch this one. What happens here? Riley Frost is... Oh, he gets into the outside wall. Okay. So, let's see that from cockpit view. There's multiple cars spinning out. There's nothing Damon Henry could have done there. Really? Watch that one more time. I mean, you're coming to the start-finish line. People are just holding the gas to it. That's really what's going on there. Dylan Davis, he's in an incident, so let's watch this. Oh, it's after the race is over. Okay. That's what happened with him. Let's see what happened with Chucky Walden. He got a 4X. Let's see that. He is dirt tracking it all the way around the final corner. Gets into the 9. The 9 still finishes third. Wow. Wow. Now let's check out this incident. I'm going through them really fast because we have a short amount of time before the next race. Oh, let's see. Let's go back. Do that again. Hit the play button. 95 stuck behind both the 327 and the 29. The 11 is on the outside. Oh, man, there's nowhere that Brandon Torres or Rodney Roberts could have went. Let's watch that from Rodney Roberts' perspective. Let's go here. Rodney, 4X, cockpit. I mean, there's nothing he could have done. There's nothing he could have done. Austin was spun out. Alright, I'm going to need to save this. Oh, geez, I don't know where you save the... I don't know how you save the replay now. Okay. This one? Yes. Alright. Let's go... rewind it back. I know this dude's going to... want to have his car shown. I know he's probably done some big... Yeah, here we go. Alright. Let's get the leaders in here. Jacob Schneider wins another one. That's 3 in a row in short tracks and 4 in a row for all the races you've been in. Congratulations. How's it feel, buddy?
I appreciate it. That one was tough. That one was hard. The setup was really loose tonight. The fixed setup.
Yeah, I've seen that. A lot of people were spinning out. A lot of people were struggling, especially off turn 4.
Yeah, it was. I guess with this track being a circle, is it's a big momentum track, and then on top of that, it's easy to make a mistake. So no one was really fast and like pulling away. We were just taking turns, having a good corner. It was good racing, I thought.
Yeah, there was good racing. There was also a lot of cautions, and most of the cautions was because of the loose setup. But there was a couple times where people didn't give each other room. You guys never really got to break away from the crowd there. There was a good race for the lead, though.
Yeah, it got kind of spicy there, a couple of them restarts, but it's a really small track, so it's bound to happen. It's all good racing, I think.
Absolutely. Well, that's 2 wins in a row. That puts you on top for the point standings again for next week. You're in the money for the championship. So, what got any thoughts for tonight's late model stock race?
I think it'll go more green. I think everyone's car is going to handle better, so be a little easier to keep it going in a straight line.
Yeah, that's the one good thing about open setups. You can make your own setup the way you want to drive it. So you can be comfortable in it. A lot of people can make setups, and it's not comfortable for somebody else, so it makes it a little easier, in my opinion.
Yeah. I like open setups.
Well, again, congratulations on another victory here in PRA. You're just stinking up the field last couple weeks.
Oh yes, some of it's luck. Like the IndyCar race was a lot of luck involved, and yeah, I'll take what I can get here.
Well, we appreciate having you. Thanks for being with us here at PRA.
Appreciate it. We'll see you again in a little bit.
All right. And so, with that being said, let's get our second place. Second place, Chucky Walden. How does it feel to get your best finish ever in the short track league here in PRA?
Dude, I am sweating right now. You have no idea. No idea. I was just talking to Landon about that. I joined in the voice comms one, and I was like, dude, I don't know what came out of me, but damn, I was sweating. I was driving the hell out of that thing trying to make it work.
Dude, I'm proud of you. That was a clean race. we're rewinding on the broadcast right now to watch your final lap there. You dirt tracked it all the way around turn 3 and 4 with Landon Lacey on your inside. Take us through your thoughts on that.
Well, that last restart really surprised me with the double file. I was honestly thinking it was just going to be single. So when it went double, it was like, thank the Lord, I'm going to get a shot at least for second. And as soon as I did, I got the second, and I knew Landon was going to try to get back underneath me. So I just stayed my line. And then I think he had a run on me going into 3 at the last lap. And I, at the same time, decided I was going to shoot it down in there as hard as I could to get to the leader to see if I could maybe stick my nose underneath him. And at the same time I did that, he was underneath me, I was loose, and I just held on to it to try and finish. And then he got me door to door. It actually saved me a little bit. I was like, oh, thank Lord, it's going to finish. I didn't want to wreck right there at the line, but I was driving the hell out of it to try to save it as best I could.
Yeah, man, you started that restart, third, or was it second, actually?
I restarted the very last one third, and I got the jump on the second place car I didn't miss a shift. I was timing my shifts. That was the best thing I could probably done that race, because I've seen a few cars were missing them throughout those cautions. So that was my saving grace, was hitting the shifts right, and then I was able to get a launch into turn 1 on every restart and on the bottom. So I'm happy with it, dude. 13th to second, I can't bitch about that at all. Like, that is way beyond my limits of expectations.
Dude, I'm proud of you. I'll be honest with you, a little bit of bias come out of me because I was rooting for you. You got so close to the first place there. I'm like, oh man, Chucky Walden could win this race.
You have no idea. As I was picking them off after every caution, getting 1 or 2 more spots, and then I got to 5th, and I remember the top 4 were grouped together, and they were racing each other hard. I'm thinking, there's still 6-7 laps left. I have a legitimate shot at this. And as soon as the caution came out and bunched us up, I was like, oh, it's game on. Now I've got to go. And so man, you have no idea. I'm pumped about that. That was a blast. Joining literally a minute before the session closed, getting 1 lap of qualifying, and it was a horrible lap because I was sideways around the corners in that one. And then having to start 13th and just fight my way through a flat track. But I was trying to be nice. I was trying to be clean, and it worked out. I got through it, and I will take a second. I was happy with 3rd until that last restart. And then I was like, you know what? I'm already here. Let's just go for 1 more, maybe 2. I don't know. So I'm happy. I'm happy with it. I'll take it.
Congrats on a second place, man. You got any shout outs before we move on? Because we got the late models here in just a moment.
Just thank you guys for putting on a hell of a show and broadcasting it and letting us do this and have fun. And thank you to Flash and Racer Chick for getting me a paint scheme for this late model stock series. Hopefully I put it on right, so that way this next race it actually looks like what I wanted it to be, and I didn't screw something up. So thank you to them, and thank you to you for putting this together, and thank you everybody for racing. It was fun. I had a blast.
Absolutely, man. Well, we'll see you in the late model race, all right?
Yes, sir.
Have a good one.
Yep, you too, buddy.
And last but not least, 3rd place in the street stocks, Landon Lacey, man. Let's get your thoughts on that last couple laps there. Actually, the whole race. You picked them off one at a time until that very end. Any thoughts on the race?
I mean, it was pretty good. I didn't get a lot of time to practice. Actually, I didn't get any practice. Kind of joined a little late, so qualifying was my practice. Started a little farther back than I like to have been, but, like you said, slowly picked them off one at a time. Man, these cars were a handful.
Yeah, solid.
I mean, if you overdrive the entry and use a little too much brake, the rear end likes to slide out from under you. And using the rumble strips, the rear end likes to slide out from under you. It's just a very fine line with this car and this track. But man, the battle up front was fun. I wish I could have battled Jacob a little bit more, but that last caution put me on the top, and maybe if I'd have let Chucky go into the first corner, I thought I could hold him off up top, and I realized too late that I was just a losing battle, and I let him go into 1 on the white flag lap, and tried to get him into 3, and he did what I wanted him to do. He got loose and washed up, but I just didn't want to get into him, so I kind of overcorrected not to get into him and spun myself. But we'll take a 3rd place. I missed last week, and so the 3rd place is pretty good points tonight.
Absolutely, because you mentioned that if you put it in a LPP channel, I'll give you points for last week, so you'll finish last, but you'll have points at least. So, you want to make any shout-outs?
First of all, shout out to Jacob Snyder on the win. One of my friends, IRL. I'm a crew member for his actual late model, so shout out to him on the win. Shout out to Chucky for a good race there at the end. Thank you for broadcasting. Thank you to PRA for putting this on. Thank you to all the guys that come out here and show support for this league. And other than that, thank you to everybody that's gotten me here to this point.
Well, we appreciate you being here in PRA with us. You're welcome to stay as long as you want. Race with us wherever you want. I know you're in the Indy cars too. You got any thoughts? Are you going to be on the late models?
Yes, sir. I'll be there.
All right. Well, good luck there as well. You'll have some time to practice at least.
Yes, sir. Surely will. Hopefully we get a couple spots better.
Yep, and we'll probably have you here in the booth with us after that race.
All right. Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
And with that being said, that is the end of the Asphalt Assault Series race. We are going to take a short break for the first few minutes of the practice session. And so we will be right back. And we are back here on PRA Network 2. I'm your host, Phoenix, and we are getting ready for the late model stock series race number 2 of season 3. They are getting ready for practice. The session is getting underway. Meanwhile, we will look at the point standings. And it didn't bring up the point standings. That's great. Okay, just do this. Not bringing up the point standings. I don't understand OBS sometimes. And here's the point standings for tonight's race here in the late model stock series. You have Jacob Schneider, points leader. Riley Frost, second. Lance Sater in third. Austin LeBlanc in fourth. Jake Handlevick in fifth. Hayden Hendry Oaks in sixth. Chucky Walden in seventh. And Quinn Campbell in eighth. And that is your running order in the championship for tonight's race. Getting everybody out on the track. Sorry about this. All right. For some reason my overlay will not load. That is great. Get that out of the way. Still not loading. There we go. Alright, good. Sorry about that. The struggles are real here on the broadcast. I'm not a professional broadcaster. Don't even act like I am. Just here for the fun of it. If somebody would like to broadcast, I can't pay you, but you are more than welcome to help me. Anyway, Dylan Davis right now is number 1 on the practice board. We just started practice though. So still got a long way to go. Right now there are 7 cars registered for practice. Don't include me. All right. Let's see who's got it for the late model stock series race tonight. We have 2 defending champions for the late model stocks, and neither one of them have made a race this season, and neither one of them have actually signed up. So we will have a new champion no matter what. Looking at Landon Lacey, our 3rd place finisher in the last race. The street stocks. There's Lance Sater up into 3rd. Cleared his probation last week, having a clean race. Oh.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I switched it. Thank you guys for watching out for me. I'm just, as I was saying, I'm not a professional broadcaster. Don't claim to be. And while we have a moment here during practice, we're going to say, if you'd like to join Grid Finder, Grid Finder is our best thing right now of getting more people in our league because it gets more people here. It's gridfinder.com, and if you want to find us, it's gridfinder.com/C/Prodigy Racing Association. Make sure that the P and the R and the A are capitalized. The link will not get you there otherwise. And so use Grid Finder. We're trying to get partnered with them. It's in progress. So sign up today, gridfinder.com. You can find plenty of leagues there, including Prodigy Racing Association. And we have all of our racing schedules, except for a few, on Grid Finder. You can find our entire race schedule there. So even if you're not in the Discord, you can check out Grid Finder and see Prodigy Racing Association. We can get up to 500 members. We can get partnered. We'll see a lot more people here. I like the guys there in Grid Finder, the admin team over there. They've been really nice to me, really good to me. They've advertised for us even whenever. And I don't think Chucky's car is correct. Oh man. Alright. Sorry, that distracted me. But yeah, Grid Finder. Gridfinder.com/C/Prodigy Racing Association. Capital P, capital R, capital A. Right now, Dylan Davis is still on the top of the practice board. Currently have 9 cars registered for the race. Now Lance Sater has come up to second place behind Dylan Davis. Jacob Schneider has hit the 3rd place. They're slowly creeping up on Dylan Davis's fastest lap. And there it is. Jacob Schneider has overtaken the top spot on the practice board. So we should see a whole lot better racing here in this race than what we saw in the street stocks, since everybody's got a setup that's comfortable for them. This is an open setup series. I'm going to speak to them in the practice lobby now. Hello everybody, I am the official for tonight, as I spoke earlier in the street stock race. For those that weren't there, I'm here, I'm broadcasting on YouTube and on Twitch, so please keep your chatter clean on the broadcast, as well as don't talk back to me if I give you rulings that you don't agree with. If you don't agree with the rulings, let's talk after the race. You can submit an incident report or a grievance report, whatever you want to do. We'll talk about it. But while the race is going, just suck it up, Buttercup. I'll do the best I can to be fair, and be good to you guys. And so you guys give us a good race. Let's keep it clean. Let's move that out of the way. Just checking, can everybody hear me?
No. Yeah.
Good. Oh, I need to actually... I forgot. Take that and put it on race control. Yeah. It's a funny thing, like, I advertise all week sometimes for these races. And then 5 minutes before qualifying, people join the Discord wanting to get in on the series, and it's like, you've had all week. I can't do it right now and do this at the same time, so wait till next week. I don't mean nothing by that, but, you know, I just think it's funny. So we're getting ready for qualifying. This is one of those tracks where the apron is like extra grip to some people. So especially turn 3 and 4. I see them go, most of them go below the line in 3 and 4. And it's time for qualifying. And here we go. We got Jacob Schneider, Dylan Davis, and Austin LeBlanc on the track right now. Actually, it looked like Dylan Davis. Oh yeah, he went back into the pits. Schneider so far is on the point. All right, Jacob Schneider's on the pole for now with a 15.151. A lot of ones and fives. Do what? Jake Handlevick has lap number 2. Does not improve. Chucky Walden with a red and black car with no paint scheme whatsoever, so apparently he did not get his paint corrected. Here's Riley Frost. Looks like Riley Frost and Landon Lacey are both on the track. I think the only one remaining that hasn't went out is Trenton Vesgrove. Riley Frost in second, Landon Lacey in third. There's their final laps. The only one that hasn't went out is Trenton Besgrove. I don't know if he is actually going to qualify or if he's done or what. All right, just a reminder before the race, keep it clean. I appreciate last week. You guys drove really clean. We only had one caution the whole night, so it looks like this race is going to be a whole lot less spinny than the street stock race was before this. So let's have a good race, guys. Race it clean. Thank you. I don't know if...
Don't say that. Don't jinx us, please.
I don't know if Trenton Besgrove is going out or not. So I'm ready to race. So yeah, looks like 8 cars are going to qualify. I'm not sure if the 9th car is going to grid. Reload trading paints. Reloads everybody here. And here's your starting lineup. You got Jacob Schneider on the pole. Congrats to him. Riley Frost on the outside. Landon Lacey on third. Austin LeBlanc fourth. Dylan Davis fifth. Jake Handlevick sixth. I just refreshed. Lance Sater 7th and Chucky Walden 8th. I just refreshed trading paints and yeah, it didn't do anything. So I will do it one more time. Control R. Yep. It's just not loading his. Alright. I will stop typing to people and actually commentate. Yeah. Looks like we're going to have another battle between Jacob Schneider and Riley Frost, and it looks like Trenton Musgrove is not joining. I see as manually not there. We got 8 cars in the field for tonight's late model stock race. Most of the field is the same as the street stock race, but we have Jake Hanlovic and Lance Sater. That is the only 2 that are different. And obviously the ones that were here earlier that are not here. A few of those. But welcome in Jake Hanlovic, Lance Sater in tonight's event. We will hope for a much cleaner race with this one. Everybody gets their own setups. They can use the ones that are provided, but you can use their own. Favorites, I would say, for this race are Jacob Schneider, Riley Frost, and Landon Lacey. We'll see. Green flag will be waving here pretty soon. Green flag, here we go. Jacob Schneider, Riley Frost, Landon Lacey. Landon's already got the inside on Riley Frost to take second place. We got 8 cars in the field. We got a side-by-side battle for third right now between Austin LeBlanc and Riley Frost, 10 and 11. Oh, Lance is sideways. He got down on the apron just a little bit and then got him sideways, but it didn't hurt him too bad. We are going to have a battle now between the 7th and the 8th car with Jake Hanlovic and Chucky Walden nose to tail. Riley Frost just got passed by Dylan Davis. I did say before this race that he would be the favorite for this race, one of the favorites, but he's dropping back quick. Meanwhile, Jacob Schneider is pulling away from Landon Lacey. Will he burn up his tires? Is that possible? Is Landon Lacey saving? We'll see. We got Austin LeBlanc in third place. After the unfortunate event that happened on the last lap in the street stocks, he's probably thankful that this is virtual racing after that, because he got hit right in the door, right in the driver's door. You seeing them spread out a little bit. There are quite a few cars, fewer cars in the field for this one than what we had the last one. We had almost 15 last time. So we're down to 8. Should make it a whole lot easier to keep it green. We will see. Right now, the 3rd through 6th place is nose to tail. Austin LeBlanc leading that pack. And he gets loose and he hits the wall. And he's going to lose another position to the 10. And possibly another one to the 18. Going into turn number 3, the 18's got the inside. He's side by side with Austin LeBlanc right now. Austin has fallen back now to 6th after that incident. This is a sprint race, so one little incident can ruin your race. That puts Dylan Davis to 3rd. He's got Riley Frost on his bumper. Right now, Jacob Schneider's led every lap of this race. Somebody's into the wall. We can hear it. Looking back at the field from Jacob Schneider's position. Take a look at Dylan Davis because he's got Riley Frost right there on his bumper, and Riley Frost has Lance Sater on his bumper. We know last week we had a Ricky Bobby finish at the last lap of that late model stock race with Riley Frost and Lance Sater getting into each other on the final turn on the final lap, and Riley Frost got knocked down into the pit road, and so he had to do pit road speed to not get disqualified. Meanwhile, Lance Sater put it in reverse and just hit it as hard as he could. Finished second place in reverse. It was a crazy finish. This is a battle right here for third place between Dylan Davis and Riley Frost. We know Riley has kept it very clean in the majority of the races he's been in. He's been involved in incidents that weren't his own fault several times. He's pulling away from Lance Sater, who is in fifth. You got 32 laps to go in this race. Unlike the super late models that are an hour-long race, these are like 30-minute races at the most. There's a lot of cautions. They can be 45 minutes. Lance Sater is around. He is around. It is a caution. Nobody else was involved. He's going to do his little Ricky Bobby impersonation again. We caught that one on the live stream. We are going to go back and watch it. Got black flag for that. Yeah, he was pretty loose coming off that corner a couple times. Let's watch it from another perspective. Yeah, he seems unstable down there on the apron. So, that's not good. Self-spin, no one else involved, no EOL. And so everybody is pitting, getting fresh tires. And it looks like Lance is going to go lap down. Did he beat the pace car off? No, he did not. That is unfortunate for him. He's going to have to hope for a wave around next time. One lap to green. All right, so we're going to line up for the green flag, and I hate that camera. It automatically goes to that camera. I hate it. We're going green this time we're going to have Jacob Schneider leading us to the green with Landon Lacey on the outside. We heard earlier they are teammates. Landon Lacey is a crew member of Jacob Schneider in real life. Cool to know. I didn't know that Jacob drove in real life, but I didn't know that Landon was his teammate. So we got a really good battle right here now for the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th place. And 7th. Lance is pulling it in the pits again. Oh, it's the black flag. You had to clear black. He sped off pit road, I guess. That is unfortunate for Lance Sater. Better luck next week, I guess. But we got a good battle here, getting ready to... Oh, Riley got a little loose. Oh, and there's contact. That is a caution, and that's going to be probably the 11th fault. And what happened to Chucky? What? He got a 4x2. Let's watch Chucky. What happened here? Oh, he just made contact with the stopped car. All right, so we're gonna watch from Austin LeBlanc's point of view. We watched it live, but here's the replay.
Freaking AI, I swear to God.
Lance one wave around. Yeah, so again, let's go to Dylan Davis. He has had an unfortunate luck here. Let's go slow motion with him. We're going to see the 11 car, I believe, gets the EOL. All right. Unfortunate for Austin LeBlanc, I had to give him an EOL. It's kind of, I'm the commentator and the official at the same time, so I gotta be transparent about.
Just to tell you it's an accident, man. No need to swerve at me.
You have to go ahead of me. On 4 laps down, the freaking AI gave me a black flag for going 1 mile an hour over in the pit.
So, unfortunately, Austin LeBlanc gets the EOL for that one. We are going to go green flag this time by. Green flag this time by. Here we go. Pace car is going to come off the track. Green flag. Here we go. Let's watch this battle back here because these two just got in an incident. Oh, the 44 just hit the wall. That's unfortunate for Dylan Davis. Right now, Ducky Walden and Jake Raven. I thought I changed his name to Raven. Yeah, it's still showing up as Handle. I'll have to fix that. I think I said that last week. I just haven't had time to do anything. I apologize. Yeah, Jake Handlevick is right on the bumper of Chucky. He's going to make the pass on the back stretch.
Don't pull out in front of you.
That was an iRacing caution, not me. So, all right, Lance, that's your first warning. That's 2 spin outs for him. I gave him a freebie that time. First fault. It is in our rule books, just so I explained to everybody watching, it is in our rule books that if you self-spin, that can cause you an AOL. I've been a little bit lenient on that tonight, trying to keep people from, getting too egregious of penalties, but 2 self-spins, I got to give a warning for that. Next one I'll have to give a 10-point penalty, unfortunately. So let's hope that Lance can get it under control. Again, it's kind of hard. I'm on broadcast right now, and I'm trying to commentate and officiate. So it's kind of hard to switch between being transparent about what I'm officiating about, and then just being the commentator and trying to make things entertaining for y'all that are watching. So I apologize that it's kind of weird, but when I've got to do 2 jobs, it is what it is. We are going green this time by. It's going to be 6 laps to go at the green. With Jacob Schneider leading every lap so far, to my knowledge. Pace car is about to pull off. Six laps to go, this time by green flag. Oh, the 11 and the 44 are right there together again. '44 makes the pass, maybe. Nope. Gets a nudge from the 11 again. Austin better be careful. He's already had 1 EOL. The next one will be a 10-point penalty. We're watching that pretty close right now. These two, their driving lines are completely different. So it's conflicting big time. Jacob Schneider currently is pulling away to a 0.6 of a second lead over Landon Lacey and then Riley Frost behind him. Jake Handlevick, Jake Raven is now in 4th. He has made a pass on Chucky Walden to get the 4th. He's looking at that podium, trying to get his bronze striker title. Lance Sater gets a 2X. And he's crashed out again. But it's checkered flag. Wow. Jacob Schneider.
I actually did not mean to wreck you at the end of the race. I just got checked up too much. Sorry, man. That was on me at the end.
So,
I understand you're mad at me. That was all just pickering and all that. Just sorry, man.
we got the running order, the finishing order: Jacob Schneider, Landon Lacey, Riley Frost, Jake Handlevick, Chucky Walden, Dylan Davis, Austin LeBlanc, Lance Sater. That is your final order. We are going to watch some of the craziness that happened. Top 3, Jacob Schneider, Landon Lacey, and Riley Frost. I'll have you in the broadcast booth. I'm replaying the last couple laps real quick. All right, so let's take a look at some of the incidents that took place here. So first of all, let's watch this race to the lead because there was some crashing going on, and I was looking at that, and I didn't see the finish of the race, and I apologize for that. So let's see the finish of the race here. So they're coming to the white flag this time by. This is the replay of the finish. And Jacob Schneider pulls it out to a big lead. And he takes the win. Landon Lacey second. Riley Frost third. Jake Handlevick fourth. I don't know why it just turned back to that. But we're going to go up here to the incident with Lance Sater. He crashed and didn't ring out a caution. He bumps the wall. Bam! Man, that just destroyed his car. He didn't bring out a caution, so we're going to not rule against that. If that would have brought out a caution, he got a 10-point penalty. So let's look at Austin LeBlanc after the race is over. Yeah. Let's watch that one more time because, I mean, let's look at that. This is after the race is over. I mean, that's targeting. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. He could have avoided hitting him there. So we're going to have to do something about that, but we'll see it after the race. Yeah. So then this is from earlier. Yeah, Austin, after the race, that's a post-race aggression there. We'll have to talk about that after the race. Anyway, finishing order. Jacob Schneider, Landon Lacey, Riley Frost, Jake Handlevick, Chucky Walden, Dylan Davis, Austin LeBlanc, and Lance Sater. All right, we're going to pull in. First of all, I need to save the play. Sorry that you all have to see this. And go back to Schneider as he crosses the line. And there it is. There's the winning car across the line. We're going to pull him in. Jacob Schneider, win number 4 in a row, buddy. 5 in a row, technically. Let's hear it. What you got to say?
Yeah, that was a good showing. You know, I put a lot more preparation into the late model than the street stock, and it kind of showed. Yeah, just kind of ran away with it. I was afraid it was going to go green, and I didn't know how my right front was going to hold up, but we had that yellow at halfway and just put on new right sides and took care of that.
Yeah, that helped out a lot, didn't it?
Yeah. I would have liked for it to go green, though. I think Riley was saving tires. I think Riley might have been quick at the end if it stayed green.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying on the broadcast. Also with Landon as well. I felt like Landon was holding back there at the beginning. Then that caution in the middle of the race just kind of ruined the ruined the pace for everybody that was holding back.
Yeah, I was holding back too. I was looking at my gap to second and third, and I'd back up some, and then they could be getting too close. I'd have to push a couple of laps. So yeah, it would have been interesting if it stayed green, and we had to use those tires to the end.
Yep, we had a whole lot more cautions tonight in both races than we did last week, but it wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad. Like we talked about in the last interview, it's just such a tiny track. I'm sure there was contact. It's just.
Oh yeah, there was definitely some contact that's under review in the back.
Yeah, I'm happy with my 0 incident points so far.
Yeah,
That's what I'm most proud of.
Congrats on that, dude. But yeah, anything you want to say before we move on?
Just thank you guys for putting on these races. I'm looking forward to racing on Monday and Tuesday nights again, and yeah, look where we're at next week.
Let me look at that real quick because my brain is foggy. Next week we are at Concord.
Triangle.
Yep.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll be a fun track, and it's during the day, not at night because they don't have lights.
Okay. See, good. See that? I think that's one thing that'll make the racing better is less grip. I know maybe it'll be more yellows because of less grip, but you got to actually drive it. So
understandable.
I think a little bit more parity.
Yeah, and it's an interesting track too. It's not just not a symmetrical track at all. So
yeah, 3 different corners. Yep. You have to get up on the wheel there.
We will look to see you get another podium, maybe another win.
Yeah, hopefully I get to talk to you guys next week.
All right, and good luck in tomorrow night's IndyCar race.
Appreciate it. We're in the rain.
Oh boy, that's going to be really grippy.
Oh yeah, complete opposite from 80-degree Langley.
Yeah, for real. Well, congratulations again on another PRA victory. You're mounting them up to be a Richard Petty pretty soon.
Well, we got like 195 to go. So,
thanks for coming, man.
We'll see. All right, thank you guys.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
Landon Lacey, second place again. Well, actually, you got third earlier, but another podium. That was kind of like a train around the race for the most part. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, with the street stocks, we can kind of somewhat run the top, but that was kind of non-existent in these cars. Kind of wrapping the bottom was a little better. I was just struggling with turning. I couldn't feel the left front really, so I'm guessing the left front was a little bit pushy for me. And then it just carried over to the exit of the corner where I couldn't get on throttle when I wanted to. But again, like last week, I didn't get to race last week, and I'll take a second for points. But other than that, glad to be able to race with a really good friend of mine and come home 1-2.
Absolutely, teammates 1-2, all right?
Oh yeah, I mean, you always want to race with your teammates. You always want to race them clean. I really didn't have a good enough car to race against him. It was kind of just like follow the leader, and I couldn't really get to him. Once he'd get like 4 or 5 cars away from me, we kind of just evened out, and there was nothing really much I could do.
So you weren't saving there in the first part of the race?
Well, to be honest with you, the first part of the race, I hadn't quite had the car figured out yet. So I was more or less just riding, trying to figure out the racetrack. Once around like 5 or so laps before that caution came out, I finally got a feeling for it and finally felt like I could, go up there and try to race them. And then the caution came out, and then we only took 2 tires on the pit stop. So then I had to basically try to relearn how to drive the car again because it handled completely different with older left sides.
Right. Yeah. So it was a challenge basically to even keep up with him, huh?
He does this week. I mean, it's hard to keep up with him in any of these series that I've raced. I've been on a couple of iRacing teams with him as well. And he's just fast in everything he gets in, man. He's truly really good at what he does.
Absolutely. I can definitely see that. And I appreciate you guys joining us and racing with us. It's been real fun. You got any shout-outs before we move on for the night?
Yeah, again, shout out to Jacob for winning the race. I meant to do this last race, but wanted to give a shout out to his YouTube channel. You can go check him out at Jacob Snyder Racing on YouTube. He every week, we haven't raced in a couple weeks. We kind of got wrecked and had to replace the front clip on the car. But every time we go race, even if it's just for practice, we'll throw up a video on the YouTube channel just to show everybody what's going on with the car, how Jacob's feeling, how we're feeling. So again, go check us out at Jacob Snyder Racing on YouTube. Other than that, again, thank you again for broadcasting. Thank you to PRA again for putting this on. Again, thank you to everybody that came out and showed their support. And other than that, thank you to everybody that's gotten me here to this point.
Absolutely. We appreciate you. Landon Lacey with a second place finish. Have a good one. See you next week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Have a good night.
You too. Riley Frost with a third place finish. Podium again. How's it feel, buddy?
Not too bad.
What are your thoughts on that race?
Went pretty good, I guess. Happy to be in the top 3.
Yeah, you and Landon Lacey had a great race going on pretty much all race long. Did you have anything for Jacob Snyder if it would have went green the whole way?
We did have a longer setup car, but I don't think I had nothing for that guy. He's fast.
Well, what's funny is he said in his interview he thought you were laying back and taking it easy. But he was actually concerned if it would have went green the whole way that you could have caught him because he was burning up his tires.
I was set up for the green flag run. I don't know. Would have been a good battle.
Yeah, it would have been. The third place finish, that's a good points day. You got any shout outs you want to make since you got third?
You guys at PRA for putting all these on, and everybody watching. Everybody for coming out, I guess.
Absolutely, man. We appreciate you racing with us, and good luck next week at Concord.
Right on, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
And with that being said, we want to congratulate Jacob Schneider with 2 victories this week, 2 victories last week in the short track series, and also a victory last week in the IndyCar series. He's really on a roll. He's undefeated for a few races. So, yeah, congratulations to him on a dominant performance so far. Points leader in both the short track series right now. So he's in the money for $100 if he wins them both. That's a pretty good chunk of change for winning an iRacing series. Well, we thank you all for watching here at PRA Network 2. Again, we'll be live on PRA Network, PRA_network on Twitch tomorrow night with our IndyCar series with Orion and I hosting. And also, next week we will be at Concord for the short track series. So if you want to join, you can join our Discord at discord.gg/PRA, discord.gg/PRA. Our iRacing ID, league ID is 12999. 12999. So want to join, you can join the Discord and you can talk to me. I'm Justin Phoenix in Discord. So thank you guys again for watching another broadcast here with Justin Phoenix and PRA Network. We will see you tomorrow night with Orion and I hosting, and we'll see you again next week on PRA Network. So long.